Hiya guys, and welcome back to my channel, the channel of the Italian keto guy. I just added the word keto to the channel's name, and I think this will better reflect the channel, because in my channel you can find traditional recipes converted into keto ones whenever it is possible. Sometimes you can find blogs of my trips when I go all around the world, because I love traveling, but most of the time recipes. So that's why I was suggested by Nikki, thank you Nikki so much, to change the channel's name by adding the word keto, and that's what I did. Last week I posted a poll, a survey on YouTube, asking you guys to choose the next video recipe. And after initial advantage of the keto truly protein bars, the focaccia has won. So here it is. I will show you two versions, one with the fathead dough and another one for those of you who prefer not to eat the dairy products, with almond flour. I already published a focaccia like this last year, but there were some few ingredients not so easy to find. I mean, at least in Italy. I guess in the US would be different, but I think also in other parts of the world. I was told Africa, for example, they don't have bamboo fiber and things like this. So I decided to simplify the recipe, and here it is. Let's see straight away how to prepare those two versions of the rosemary focaccia. Okay, let's begin our preparation by adding 100 grams of almond flour in a bowl, 75 grams of grated parmesan, or if you have pecorino is fine as well, and 40 grams of olive oil, one of the main fat in keto, olives. I'm going to add a seasoning agent. I used cremor tartaro in this case, but if you have baking soda or baking powder, feel free to use it as well, or if you don't want to use any yeast, you can omit it at all, so don't worry. But if you put the baking powder, whatever, now that I'm going to add another liquid ingredient, the egg, be sure to put a tablespoon of vinegar in the egg. This will activate the chemistry during the cooking, so that carbon dioxide is produced and the dough will rise a bit. Let's combine everything together with our beautiful hands. And when you see the dough getting, when the dough is ready, when it does not stick anymore to the bowl, to the internal parts of the bowl, like this, you see, you can see that it's making a shape, and it's all compact. When you see this, it's ready. So I didn't put it in the refrigerator, so no need for that. It's already compact by itself. If you don't want to use oil, be sure to use something else like parchment paper, cut at the round shape of the container, the tray, and I highly suggest you to do that, because even though I put the oil, it sticked a little bit in the middle. Stretch the dough very gently, do not push it, just stretch it along the borders of the tray, the round tray, and then with the finger points, just make some cavities, I would say, some small holes, like in the traditional focaccia. I made an emulsion with a half glass of water and oil until the water turned green, and then I brushed the whole surface. This is, if you want, you can omit this step if you want. Then just put the sea salt and the rosemary on the surface of on the top of the dough, and then 350 degrees Fahrenheit static oven. This is the second dough, the fathead one, 250 grams of shredded mozzarella and 30 grams of coconut flour, not the grated one. If you want to skip this step because you don't like this fathead dough, you can just go ahead. 1 minute in the microwave, and then you can add an egg and mix all together until the ingredients, until the egg is perfectly combined with the mozzarella. After you have done that, you can put a parchment paper into an oven tray. Be sure to wet the oven tray first so that the parchment paper will stick to it. Repeat the same step, so put the sea salt on the top, sprinkle the surface with rosemary, and the same 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 minutes. And here we are. So which one do you prefer? The fathead dough focaccia or the one with the almonds? Well, let's taste this one first. It didn't raise a lot at all, so anyway. Can I taste the coconut flour? Yes, but just a tiny bit. Really, a back taste of coconut flour, but just a tiny bit. The salt and the rosemary cover the sweet coconut taste, but just, believe me, a very tiny bit. Now is the time of the almond one. I have to admit, this version, not fathead dough, is definitely tastier than the fathead one. Can I taste the almond flour in my mouth? No. I have to be honest. The grated parmesan or the pecorino, according to the one you use, completely overcome the sweet bitter taste of the almond, and honestly no, also the rosemary, how can I say, needles, yeah, and the table salt will completely cover the almond flour taste. No, I have to say this one I like it more. Anyway, let me know in the comments below which one you like. You can freeze it, you can slice and freeze, so they will last for a lot, or you can keep it until I guess a week in the refrigerator if you want. So the carbs value, I use the almond flour here that I found in Italy, is just 3.9 grams of carbs out of 100 grams of product. I'm sure that in your country you will have another different flour, so be sure to get an almond flour with the lowest amount of carbs. So out of 100 grams, you will be sure to eat very few amount of carbs. And in keto, you know, we have to stay between 20 and 40 grams of carbs totally in the whole day. Yeah, that's it. So if you like the recipe, tell me in the comments below which version do you prefer. The fathead dough or the one with almond flour and grated pecorino or parmesan. I would be glad to know. And also, if you make any variations to the recipe, please write it as well. I would like to know what are your variations. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I want to reach 5,000 followers within September, and I definitely need your support. Share it, share the recipe on your Facebook walls, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I would really be grateful for your help. Leave me a like, please, if you want, so that the YouTube algorithm will put my video up in the list of the results when people look for focaccia, Italian focaccia, and things like this. I would appreciate. And see you next week with the keto bars, truly protein ones. And I will explain in the video, of course, why I say that. Take care. Stay sound, stay healthy, stay in keto. Ciao.